Your number was listed.
What are you eating? You might need to help me tonight. I have according to how many people show up, I have 40.
What?
I have 45
What do you need?
registered. Just you to help me read the comments and stuff tonight, if that many people show up.
Looks like you're on.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome everyone. So glad to see you today. Hope everyone is doing well. A couple of people popping on. I want to thank everyone who is joining today. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at everyone. Hi. Aw, thank you, Christy. All right, you must have been here before, Christy. Christy was the first one to share my live. So, Christy Moon Tarot, she reads cards also. So I'm about to ask you to go live, Miss Christy, and give you a card reading. Hi, Miss Brittany. So glad to see you on here today. Hope you're doing well. All right, here we go, Miss Christy. Hi, Christy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I was going to say, I was offering you a card read, but it looks like you read cards yourself.
I do read cards, but that's okay. I always could take a message.
That's the way I feel about it. I may read it, but I sure don't mind people reading them for me either.
Right.
All right. Would you like direction on something, or do you want a general read?
Yeah, let's just see what comes out, please.
All right, perfect. Let me just shuffle these a little bit, saying your name. See when the spirits say to stop. Right there. All right. Oh, very good. Okay. Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Yes, I do.
You're like, who are you telling? Okay. So the first card we're starting out with is the Two of Pentacles. That is really about having a lot of, having to juggle a lot of things, having to really implement your time management skills. For everyone on here, this is what the Two of Pentacles looks like. And you can see it's infinite, like he's just trying to balance these two sides and keep things even keel. And it's just in my experience, when you're trying to keep things even keel, if there's something that's going to get lost in the shuffle, it's going to be you.
Right.
Taking care of yourself. The next card is the Knight of Swords. I'm really seeing that you need to change directions. Like you had a goal and you're headed in the direction. I'm not saying you need to change your goal. I'm saying you need to change the direction, like on how you get there. And that you have you've been contemplating some different ideas. But I'm feeling you're so overwhelmed. Like sometimes it's hard to really sit with the information when so much is being thrown at you. And that's what I'm getting. So much is being thrown at you. It's hard to take a step back and say, okay, wait a minute. Let me just see what is going on here.
Makes sense.
Have you been noticing that you have felt like you really need to kind of switch gears a little bit? Maybe not change your goal, but change the way that you're getting there. Have you been feeling
100%.
Okay, very good. Thank you for confirming. That's what this card was telling me. Also, all right, Miss Christy, you need to get rid of that imposter syndrome.
Yep.
Yeah, she knows what I'm talking about. Yep, you got that imposter syndrome. You are fully capable. You can accomplish what you want to accomplish. There are, and anyone out there listening has experiences where you have some self-imposed restrictions. And that's when I was talking about the imposter syndrome. I know you know what it is, but for people, imposter syndrome is where you're thinking, I can't do that. Why me? How can I possibly do that? I'm not talented enough. I'm not good enough, but you are all of those things. The last card, I'm going to pull another. Usually I do 4, but I'm feeling the need to I want some clarification here at the end. You really need to, like what you've been going through lately, and I don't know what it is, but I just feel the need to tell you how sorry I am that you're going through it, because it's really been testing your faith and your resilience and your boundaries that you've put in place for yourself. Does that make sense to you?
100%.
Oh, and I know that because of the Wands card. 9.
Yeah, I'm at that road where I'm like, okay, I'm tired of dealing with everything, but I know that I'm here for a reason, so I have to keep fighting it.
You have to, the persistence, and it will pay off. But when I saw this and I felt into it, like it's something, this is testing your faith. You have to, I just felt tired, like tapping into your, like, yeah, I know. Let me just have a moment though. I'm tired.
True. It's very true.
Yes.
Yeah, spot on.
You are really good. Now, this a card for people who read that are mediums or that read cards. I love, love, love to see this card pulled for them.
Uh-huh.
Because this is the Queen of Swords, and this is really about having unbiased judgment and being able to take the data and just from a point of neutrality, give an opinion. Now, I love it for everyone, but I really love it for readers because it tells me that you do a really good job of not projecting your crap onto other people.
I try not to.
Yeah, you do. Card is telling me, I was about to say, this card is telling me that you do a good job. Now, something that Spirit just showed me that I tell everyone, which you are excellent at, is everyone has an ego. We just need to recognize when we're in it. And you are really good about recognize it because I see you're about to tell someone some information and you might not say it out loud, but in your head, you're thinking, okay, is this me? Or is this, yeah, okay, we're good.
Uh-huh.
Deliver the message. So that is, I always talk to people what their superpower is. That is really your superpower when you're reading and you're in that spiritual arena, is that you do a good job of not projecting your crap onto other people.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. To me, that's very important. I know that you have recently been having a, I'm sorry, my dog was walking away with a bone. I had to make sure it was a bone because if you've heard me talk about my Odin, he will probably walk with it. You've been experiencing like some financial loss in that mindset of when you have these hits that keep coming at you. And we talked about it a little bit where you have to persevere and you're getting tired. When you are in that arena, sometimes it's hard to not have that lack mindset because you're like, oh my goodness, just as soon as I get one thing paid off, this happens. And just as I get, more business and the car breaks down.
Uh-huh. And that's exactly what's been happening.
Yeah. That's what this card is telling me right here.
Yeah.
So it's about holding that boundary of, it reminds me of a while back, both of my husbands and my vehicles are paid off and I love them so much because, they're paid off.
Mm-hmm.
And something happened to his truck and we're taking it. And at first I was getting very antsy about it because the noise was horrendous. I was like, I can't imagine what's wrong with this truck. But on the way, I was like, you know what? If this truck has to go to the truck graveyard, I just want to bless this truck because it has served us well for so long. And I, started blessing this truck and the abundance it had given us.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended up being something. I mean, it wasn't cheap. It was $3,000 to fix, but that was a lot cheaper than having a new engine or something.
Mm-hmm. That's funny you're saying that because that's what happened to my car. It was a 2019 and the engine blew, so it wasn't very old, but we got it paid off now and I finally own it. But I wasn't gonna pay to fix the engine.
Yes. I know. I mean, when it gets to and that's what it was. If it had been the engine or something, we probably would have gotten rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. It was something else. And so I'm really sorry. But I know how difficult what I'm telling you is, Christy. Don't think I don't have sympathy for this, but make sure that you are in that arena, still looking and bringing that energy to the higher octave. I know it's difficult, but I'm also looking at these cards and helping to you intuitively, and you do have the ability. You are excellent at bringing energy to a higher octave, so make sure you're leaning into that.
Thank you. Yeah, most of that's behind me. I'm still fighting through it, but it's every day, just fighting a little bit harder to get there.
That's right. Thank you, Christy.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. I want to thank everyone who's joining me. Thank you, everyone who is sharing and liking my live. I so appreciate you. That was kind of fun, Christy. I don't know if I've seen her on here before, so it was kind of fun to have the first person that shared my live, someone that I don't see on here very often. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Paige. Hi, baby love. Thank you, everyone who is joining me tonight. Hello, Jess. Thank y'all for sharing my live. Oh, I don't know if you've reminded them or not, but you're welcome, Christy. Hi, Letty. My moderator said he had already reminded everyone, but I do have a free event tonight at 6 o'clock if anyone wants to join that. It is an event to talk about the Divine Collective, but anyone can come. You do not have to be a member of the Divine Collective. I do talk about what we're doing in the Divine Collective, but we're also going to do I'm going to do some free mediumship readings, and then there's going to be some of the Divine Collective members there who are going to be doing some card reads. All right, Miss Karen Sue, I see you just shared my live, so I'm going to ask you to go live, and we will pull a card for you. Here you go, Miss Karen Sue.
Hello.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. What can I
You
give you
look
direction?
good.
Aw, thank you. I freshened up my makeup for y'all. Would you like a general read, or would you want direction on something specifically?
Just a general read, I guess.
All right, perfect. Let's do this. All right, so I was going to give you a card read, but there's a spirit stepping up here. It's a female. Usually there's a male around you, and I do see him in the background, but the female's taking front and center today. Do you have okay, so this female that is stepping up, Karen, I'm hearing a flower name around them. Do you have someone that is like a rose, like
Darlene was obsessed with
their middle name is a rose, or?
My aunt was obsessed with sunflowers.
Okay, very good. Okay, let me see if this is it. Okay, we're going to think about her, and I'm going to describe her a little bit more
Okay.
and see if it fits. This lady is letting me know, so she's taking me down to a flower bed I have in the back of my yard. In the beginning of the year, I really try to keep this flower bed weeded. But at some point, like the hostas and everything just take over, and I don't even bother with the weeds anymore because you can't even tell any difference, and you can't really tell. And she loves that kind of wild look. Yes, she liked yards to be, mowed, but she liked that wildflower, the forest, the fields of flowers that just went on and on that had kind of that wild look to them. Did you know that about her?
She had flower beds and stuff.
Okay.
She was obsessed with them.
Very good. Okay, I will take that then, because she was taking me all up to Mama Flower Bed. It's like, what are we talking about here? And she took me to the biggest one in the back, which she loves. It has hostas in it. I don't know if she liked hostas. I like them because you can't really kill them, bad boys. She is talking to me, Karen, about you've been having a lot of people leaning on you lately. There's been a lot going on, and it's different people that are in different walks of life. Like one looks like, maybe a sibling, another is but there's so many people and friends, so many people have been leaning on you lately. And it's been making you feel loved and cared for and overwhelmed all at the same time. Do you know what she's referencing?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We got a lot going on.
She is very much talking about, okay, very good. That you are very connected to the spirit world, and make sure you're paying attention to your dreams. If you have, I'm going to encourage you to keep a tablet beside your bed, so when you get up, you can write your dreams down immediately. You get a lot of information through your dreams, but you forget your dreams quickly. Do you recognize dreaming at night?
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes I remember them really clear, and then other times, the minute I sit up on the bed, they're gone.
And that's
They're very
That
vivid
was
dreams.
about the keeping a pad there, because your aunt showed me you just kind of rolling over and start writing down like what you have dreamed about. You get a lot of information through your dreams, and that is a sign of clairvoyance, which is connected to your third eye, your brow chakra. So if you ever want to tap into that, just Google how to open up your third eye or how to work on your brow chakra and do some of those exercises. She's also telling me to, she shows me you cooking for a lot of people. Did you just have an event, or do you have one coming up that you're about to?
No, ma'am. I'm fixing to move it was my husband's mom before he passed. She's fixing to go through cancer treatment. So we've been planning meals, deciding what we're going to do for her, and everybody will be here because my whole family lives right here together.
Okay, very good, very good. So that's why she showed me you, and they're just doing a lot of cooking for a bunch. So you're making meals. Whenever spirit shows me things that I couldn't possibly know, it is a sign that you are that they're around you. Now, you said it's your mother-in-law who's going through cancer treatment?
Yes, ma'am. They just diagnosed her with, she had lung cancer 8 years ago, and it came back and it went to the brain and back at her lung.
Oh my goodness.
It's the lady that's came up. It's her sister.
Oh, okay. This is her sister we're talking
Yes.
to.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Hmm. Oh, and she said yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. She was saying, Karen, for taking such good care of her. Your husband's in spirit, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you've read him before. He's been gone 4 years now.
Okay, so your husband was kind of a snarky person. I mean, he was funny, but he could also be really snarky. The
You got that right.
the second Odin came up here, he starts making jokes about my poor Odin. He's talking about him being a little horse and talking about how big his head is, but he don't have no brains in it, which is true.
That sounds like my husband.
He was totally teasing my poor Odin.
I know. He loved dogs, though.
No, he was doing it, and like a loving. You could tell. I mean, there was a lot of love when he was teasing him. Like, look at that big lug. You feel like and when he came and licked me, he's like, "Look at that big head and not a brain in it."
That's what he used to say about my cur dog, because he was like, even when he got old before he passed, he was like a puppy all the time, and he would always mess with that dog.
Yes, you can tell. So he wasn't doing it to be mean. He was absolutely being funny and sweet about it. And you could just feel the love coming from the spirit world. So this is your husband's mother?
Yes, that I'm taking care of.
He said you still continue to surprise and amaze him even when he's on the other side.
Oh,
You show up for so many people, Karen.
I'll try.
You do. You show up. And
I
he's
just couldn't let her do it by herself. All her kids have passed away but one, and he lives out of state. And I don't know, she was like the mother-in-law from where back in the day, but she's gotten really calm and mellow. And we've gotten really close now, and I'm making her come over here. She didn't want to, but I said, yeah, we're loading you up. So.
But when you said that, like you're making her, I could feel all happy. Like you might have made her because she didn't want to be a burden, but she's very happy that you did.
Yeah, she's a mess.
She is. You're going to have to do a lot of meditating, a lot of grounding, a lot of, yeah. Make sure you take care of yourself while you're doing that.
I try. My kids gripe at me and say, you just do so much and you never rest and you never do this, but it seems like there's always something to be done. And I'm also watching my 2 grandbabies that are in school normally while their mother works. So we've had us a whole summer with this mess.
All right, Karen, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. I love it whenever, just like the way Karen said that, I really appreciate you. You could just feel like the heartfeltness behind that. That was so sweet. Thank you, Karen. I so appreciate you. You're welcome, honey. I want to thank everyone who is here today. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. I know that a couple of people I've seen it going through that people have registered for the event tonight. It's going to be a good time. I mean, the Divine Collective, there will probably be more people tonight at that event than you will actually see in a Divine Collective meeting. So, it's great how many people show up. It's free. So, typically whenever you offer something free, 2/3 to half of the people show up. And so tonight you'll see more people there than you will in Divine Collective. But it's a lot of fun. There's so much support. All right, so I was scrolling. Oh, there we go. Miss Danny, I'm going to ask you to go live. I want to thank you for sharing my live. Oh, sweet girl. Hi, Danny. How are you? Oh, she's not there yet. I see it still scrolling. Hi, Danny. How are you?
Good.
As you were coming on and I kissed my dog real quick. I can't imagine with people who don't follow me and they're scrolling through and all of a sudden see me kissing the dog on screen. That's probably the lady you got. All right, Miss Danny. I was going to give you a card read, but there is a spirit stepping up. Do you want the spirit?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, sure. Let's take the spirit. Okay. There is a grandmother energy stepping up, but I'm hearing like Mama or Momo. Did you have a grandmother energy who called this M name too?
Yeah, Momo.
Momo. Okay, very good. I couldn't decide if it was Mama or Momo.
Yeah.
This lady is stepping up and she is, okay. Is there a question you've been wanting direction on?
Not to her.
In general? Like,
Yeah,
is there
like
is there a
my
psychic?
health.
Okay, okay. Because she was saying, Danny has a question. I was like, does she? And she said, yes, ask her. Okay, well, let me just ask her. Okay, so you have been having health problems?
I've always had health problems. She's always worried about me.
Oh, your grandmother has?
Yeah, she raised me since birth, so that was my mom.
Yes. Well, when she stepped up, the first thing I thought was, oh, I have mom here. And she shook her head no. I was like, oh, okay, I don't. And so I tapped into a little bit more and I said, oh, this is a grandmother. I'm hearing this M name around her. So it's not unusual that the second I got her here, she was just like, okay, Danny has a question, ask her. So now I'm asking you. Do you or someone around you have lupus?
No, but I have an autoimmune disease that could be lupus related, but I have Crohn's and arthritis.
Okay,
now.
good. Very good. I'm not saying that you have lupus. I was just feeling. I was
It's
hearing
in that genre.
Yes, yes, yes. I kept hearing lupus, and so it's probably the closest thing she could get to me real quick that is closely related to what you have. Okay, so Grandma, give me some information on it. Okay, have you been to a different doctor lately?
Not really. I went to my gyno visit, and I'm having to do some biopsies and stuff.
No, this is more related to your inflammatory, like your inflammatory illness. She's telling me that there are some new trials, some new drugs out there that would be helpful for you. Where do you live, Danny?
Alabama.
Is there a big med center there in Tuscaloosa? Are you close to Tuscaloosa?
No, that's like 3 or 4 hours away.
Oh.
I see my rheumatologist and I have a gastrologist I see on a regular basis, but that's it. But as far as my Crohn's, it's been fine. I'm just worried about the female issue because I'm having to do the biopsies again.
The second you said that, she's just like, you need to go. And so maybe it's because of the female issue, but she's showing me you go into a bigger, go ahead and go with your, have whatever tests they have. But if anything comes up, she is definitely showing me you go into a bigger city to have more specialized care.
Yeah, they said if my Crohn's messed up again, I've run out of treatment options, and then we would have to go to I forgot, University Hospital up in Birmingham to have the surgery done. But that would be if my medicine current plan would fail. But right now it's fine.
I was just asking her some questions. I was bombarding her with questions. Like, so what I was sitting here asking the questions like, is your medicine going to fail soon? I'm hearing no, it's not. Okay, is she going to have to see a different doctor related to her female issues? I'm hearing yes, but I'm not necessarily hearing that it's a huge issue. But she is very, do you live in a small town or something? Because she very much.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
I have to travel an hour and a half to get to a doctor. Like,
okay,
it's
very good. As it's like, she just keeps telling me you have to get the hell out of there and get some proper medical care. And I'm not saying that the doctors in your area aren't good. I'm not saying that if any of you are listening, but she just wants you to see doctors that have seen bigger, more things. I know that you have said that your Crohn's is okay and the medicine is okay, but she's still saying that she wants you to go to a bigger hospital to just do, it's almost like she wants you to set up care there so that if something goes wrong, if something shifts, you're not starting from ground zero. They know who you are and they've been following you a little bit.
Is it related to my Crohn's or my arthritis or
Arthritis? Crohn's.
Crohn's? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have so many doctors for different things.
I know, it's sucky, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, very good. The other day, Danny, so I'm telling you a story because your grandmother is telling me, I was like feeling all sorry for you. And she's like, tell you what. So the other day I got some not great news from my doctor, and everyone thinks I'm on love and light. So y'all listen, I told this story the other day too. Everyone thinks I'm on love and light. I'm not always. No. And I got some information. I was just, let me tell you, Danny, I was just pissed off with this information. Like my tests weren't going well. And I was throwing a little fit, and all of a sudden I realized, okay, Christy, you've been in this energy too long. You have to, you know, come up with something to get yourself out of it. It's like, okay, what can I come up with? What can I be grateful for? Right in this moment, what can I be grateful for? Okay. So I just started saying, I am so thankful that I have access to tests who can tell me when my cancer is on the run. Like, so even though it was the most ridiculous thing to be thankful for, it was the only thing I could come up with in that moment, but then it made me start laughing at myself and pulled myself out of that energy. And she is saying that sometimes you feel the same way. Like you just,
I always say it could always be worse.
yeah.
It could be worse.
Yes. And you won't make yourself laugh. Like I was telling myself the most ridiculous things and I made myself laugh and she says you do the same thing. She loves how you do that. She loves how you throw your little fit just like I do. And yes, you should. But then you don't pitch your tent there. Your grandmother is saying she's so proud of you because you make yourself laugh and you tell yourself, stop being ridiculous, Danny. Come on now.
Oh, yeah. I have conversations with myself a lot.
Yeah. So the fact that your grandmother is telling that, and I didn't know it, is a sign that she is around you.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you're not completely on board with me saying, no, your grandmother is saying that you need to go to a bigger hospital instead of care related to your Crohn's. So whenever you aren't sure about something, like a message isn't completely resonating with you, I tell my clients to let spirits drop in synchronicities.
Yeah.
That means let them get you the information. I might be the first person who's told that to you. Great. Wait for other people to start saying the same thing, or you start seeing advertisements for a rheumatologist in a different city that has really good ratings. So let spirit drop in the synchronicities.
Yeah. I just listen to my gut and just things like we had to put my animal down. And I was like, is this the right decision? Is this the right decision? Should we do this? And I said, let me just think the word pumpkin. Like, if I see it, something comes to me, within 30 minutes, we're watching a show that has nothing to do with like a magic show. Mm-hmm. And a guy mentions pumpkins, and within like 15 minutes. And I'm like, yep, we're making the right choice.
Yep, that's the kind of synchronicities I'm talking about. And good for you for asking for them. I love that.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Miss Danny.
All right, thanks.
All right, and my moderator was just saying Danny's going to be there tonight. So I am looking forward to having you there tonight, Danny. I have that free event with the Divine Collective. You don't have to be in the Divine Collective. We're going to do some fun things. We're going to do some readings. There's some Divine Collective people there that are going to, they're going to do some card reads, and it's just going to be talking about some of the fun things we're doing. I was just looking to see, yes, it does look like Danny did register. All right. I expect to see some other people registering. It's going to be fun tonight. My mama comes through. Aw, thank you, Danny. Thank you. Are you late? No, perfect timing, Italian girl. I was just talking about Italian girl. Join our thing tonight at 6 o'clock tonight, Central Time. I'm going to be doing a free event, and it's going to be we're going to have some readings. Thank you, Brittany. And there's going to be some Divine Collective members doing card reads, so we can show you how much fun it is. All right. I grabbed the cards. It froze. Oh, I registered, then ended up getting Country Festival tickets for tonight. Oh, well, have fun at your country festival. That does sound like fun.
Do both.
I do both. Yes, it doesn't. From 6 to 7, do both. Do both, Jess. Sit with us for a little while and then go to your festival. So I'm doing this thing tonight, Italian Girl, where it's a free group reading, and there's going to be some people there doing card reads, and you register on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, under the events. All right, let's kick over to, let's do some spirit led. I picked up the cards. Oh, it's 5:15 to 11. I don't know why spirit is messing with my, y'all see that? That's craziness. Sometimes it never does that, and then all of a sudden spirits will it will completely mess with the calendar. I mean with the, okay, why did I say calendar? Hold on. All right, very good. Spirits are ready, right, baby love? Spirits are ready. So there is a lady stepping up. She has, I was gonna say mom energy, but it feels a lot like when I was just reading the other spirit, how it's mom energy, but also grandmother. Like she was a grandmother, but she had played such a big part in the lives of her grandbabies that she was like a mama to everyone. She is showing me that, so out in the pass-through, I have a pass-through in my kitchen, and I don't anymore. I need to get another one out there, but I used to have a calendar there that I just put all of the stuff on. Now, because I live and die by my calendar with the appointments and stuff, I keep it on my phone and it's electronic. But they're showing me she used to have the same kind of calendar right near her phone, and she was very meticulous about keeping track of everything she did. This lady was meticulous about keeping track of everything. She was meticulous about keeping track of her appointments on there, receipts. Like she could pull out a receipt for, I don't know, a soda she brought 5 years ago. She was just very particular about keeping paperwork. She is showing me at the time she died, people were going through her things. They were so laughing because they were pulling out taxes from way back when. They were pulling out receipts from all this stuff. And you know, the tags on things that it says don't remove them or something. All of her stuff had all those tags on it. She didn't remove tags. Just an eclectic little lady. She's also letting me know that she never had a lot of money, but she could really make it stretch. She could look in the refrigerator and have like 5 ingredients and pull it out and just make a beautiful meal out of it. And you'd never know that she was really scrimping to pull that meal together. She's also showing me that she was a little thing, and she definitely got that dowager's hump towards the end of her life. She was like, she was very much like this, I want to say, towards the end of her life. And like her pants were pulled up pretty high. I know, right, Brittany? Well, I just need lessons on budgeting better, making money stretch. Not good at that at all. I used to be. Oh, Jess, is this your grandmother? Look, you're not going to be able to make it tonight, so now your grandmother is stepping up for you. Is that what happened? That's so funny. Okay, it looks like that there's several people trying to claim her, so let me give some. I'm going to repeat the information, and then I'm going to ask her for some definitive information to try to really decide who she is. Okay, so this lady is showing me that she was a mom to a lot of people. Though she has a grandmother energy to her, she feels like she was a mom to people. She kind of hunched over the dowager's hump. She could make money stretch. She's also showing me that she could go in the refrigerator and have 5 things in there and turn it into a fabulous meal, and you'd never know that all she had in that refrigerator was those five things. She was very meticulous. She had this calendar next to her phone where she just kept track of her life. But she's also showing me that when she passed and people went through her house, they were laughing because there was receipts from, oh my gosh, years and years and years ago. And her taxes from way back when. She didn't ever cut the little tags off of anything that says don't remove this tag. Now, that was the information that I had given earlier. What she is telling me is that she she liked Avon. She's showing me liking those. Y'all remember Avon? She really liked those Avon little things that she. Thank you, Jana. Thank you for being here. Make sure you click that follow button. Okay, so now all of the information I gave earlier, now the new information is this Avon, and she had little Avon little figurines sitting around. She also is showing me that she used Pond's cold cream. Okay, so those are the two new facts that I've given is the Avon and then the Ponds. Oh, thank you, Jess. Thank you. So I love how that happened because Jess said definitely not mine. Avon, she was out. So thank you, thank you.
Letty. L-E-T-E. This is totally normal.
All right, Miss Letty. We're going to go with Letty. All right, Miss Letty, here we go. I just asked you to go live. I don't know if you got that. Yes, okay, it says you got the invite. Oh, I'm going to invite you again. We're going to timed out. Is she saying she can't go live? It keeps popping
Didn't
down.
say yet.
Okay, Miss Letty, I'm asking you to go live so we can get you read. I just invited you to go live. Yeah, I don't know. Are you at work? Miss Letty, can you go live? Let's get your grandmother read here. It's popping up for me. Maybe you click. No. Definitely looking at Letty and it says invited. She's declining. Okay. Okay, so she's declining that. So we will, maybe it's not her grandmother. We'll see if we can get someone else on here. Let's go back up and see who else was claiming her. I thought it was Letty's grandmother, but maybe not.
Rebecca said it's popping up for me. Maybe.
No, I looked. I know what happened when what she's talking about, but I looked and it had her. I had invited her. Okay, so come back up. Let's see who else had claimed her. Do you see who else had claimed her? Maybe. Who was that?
Jess.
Oh, then Jess
Oh,
said
she
Jess
said
said not
definitely
mine
not.
because
Yeah.
she was out. Okay, looks like we are with maybe Dawn Marie was the next one to claim her. All right, Miss Dawn Marie. All right, Dawn Marie, it's not letting me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not meant to ask people to go live today. Miss Dawn Marie, it's not allowing me to ask you to go live. So down at the bottom is going to be two people. One's pink and one's blue. Click that and invite and ask to go live with me, and I will accept. And that's for Dawn Marie.
Yes, right. Trina also.
Hi, Andrew. I got to see those babies today. It was good to see them. All right, here we go, Miss Dawn. Hi, Dawn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Now you think this is your grandmother?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's my dad's mom.
And you remember her having the Avon?
She always had Avon's lotions, the perfume, body creams, face cream, everything Avon.
Right. She did love her some Avon.
Yes.
That's when I said, give me something definitive. That's the first thing she showed me was Avon. So I knew that that was a core memory that someone was going to have about this lady on top of everything else. Now, Dawn, where are you located?
Well, originally from Arizona, but right now I'm in Florida.
Okay, so instantly she had me talk about that. And when you said Florida, I felt the need to get out. Have you been thinking about leaving Florida, moving?
Yes, I have some health issues with my dad and my little brother.
Okay, so she's definitely confirming that. This lady stepped up, and I don't know how well you knew her. Did you know her well?
Yeah, man, yes, we just didn't have a close relationship. My dad was more of like the black sheep. He took off when he was 18. He went to the Marines, so he did his own life.
So how I knew that is because this lady, the reason I was asking, she's a talker. Like she's talking so fast, I can hardly ask you questions before she's on to the next thing. And so I didn't know if you would know that about her. Like she liked to talk. She was going to get to the bottom of things.
Oh yeah, she was very direct, but we're Navajo, so when we speak our native, we talk fast.
Gotcha. And that would make sense. I don't know why. I don't know any Navajo people personally, but their energy feels direct. And that's what it was. She was like that. Because the second you stepped up or started talking, I knew it was going to be about your dad. And I was about to ask you if your dad was in spirit. And she said, no. Did I say that? And I was like, well, no, you didn't say that. But
Yes,
that energy going on here.
that's her.
So I was like, Lord have mercy. So now for everyone watching, the reason she did that is to just give me a taste of her personality. She wasn't, people aren't like that in spirit, but she was just letting me know her personality. She is definitely calling you to move. Your time in Florida is done, she is saying. And the second you said Florida, I just felt you bouncing out of there like it is time for you to leave.
Yeah.
Now, is Arizona where you would be going back to?
See, Arizona is always going to be a home. It's just I'm the only daughter, so it felt like it's my responsibility to go back to take care of my dad because he was just diagnosed with cancer, and then my little brother's not doing good with his health.
That is in Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. It's feeling right now. You have family there in Florida?
My kids.
Yeah. I feel most of your kids going with you. Do you have some kids that are out of the house?
You see, yeah, so they're in their 20s and they're all thinking about moving closer to our home in Arizona. It's either Texas or Arizona. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, hello? I can't hear you. Oh, hello?
Yes. Are you still there?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear
I
you
was
now.
getting a phone call, so it was like.
Oh, okay.
So she is saying yes, and she did confirm that because she was showing me your kids going with you, but I saw that your kids were grown. Like,
Yeah, they're grown.
that's unusual for an adult parent to move and then the grown kids to follow. But it's like Florida, just y'all enjoy Florida, y'all like it, but it just doesn't feel like home to you.
Yeah.
And she is saying that it is time for y'all to move back home. It's time for you to go.
Okay.
Jobs will be provided. So I don't know if that is an issue that y'all been talking about. What are we going to do for work? Where are we going to work? She's saying jobs will be provided.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're worried about.
Yes, she told me that. She was showing me that it was very, like, that's the first thing that I kept hearing. Jobs, what are we going to do? Where are we going to work? And she's saying those will be provided because you're doing the right thing. You're following your instincts. You're going with your gut, and you will never be disappointed when you do
Yeah,
it.
I've been having a very gut feeling, like very strong feelings of it's telling me to go back, and I feel it.
Also, this is a side note. You have such powerful blood running through you. It's just very spiritual. I know that you can't do it right now. You have your dad on your mind, but if you ever feel like going down that spiritual path and really opening up those gifts, it would do you really well. You just have a lot of power.
I was told the same thing. I was getting into, a spiritual awakening probably a year ago. And then with everything that was going on we just barely found out with my dad, and then my little brother with his health and my older brother's health also. It just feels like I had to kind of step back because I had all that on my mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And I knew it wasn't the right time now, but just when it is, follow that path.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, so that was fun. So for anyone who's just joining, make sure for one thing you're clicking that follow button. And then tonight I do have an event with the Divine Collective. You don't have to be a member of the Divine Collective to join the event, but that's the way it's marketed on my website. When you go there to register, it says free event, Divine Collective. And it's just, we'll have some fun. We're going to do some group readings, mediumship readings. Some of the Divine Collective members are going to be there reading cards because we play with cards a lot in the Divine Collective. Before the Divine Collective, I really didn't understand how much people love playing with those cards. And so we make sure we take time out every month to play with cards and people practice readings. All right. This next gentleman stepping up, as you know, has a male energy. He feels like a grandfather on the dad's side. He is letting me know that he is a veteran. He looks like the Army. Yeah, looks like the Army, Vietnam or Korea. He is letting me know that he did come back, it looked like uninjured, but then he did have long-term health effects from his time over there. And all of a sudden I'm having a hard time breathing. I know that there's that breathing thing that you can get from being exposed to the chemicals they used over there. And he is showing me he did have that issue towards the end of his life. He had a hard time breathing. He is also letting me know. Oh, okay, very good. He had tattoos. He didn't have a lot of them, but he did have tattoos. Kind of, now just about everyone had tattoos, but he had tattoos. He said before they were cool, he was the cool kid, which is something about his personality. He was kind of funny. He is showing me he had problems with one of his legs. He kind of had a limp as he got older, and one of his legs, he had a limp when he walked. He liked wrestling. Nope. Do they even show that anymore? Do they even have wrestling?
Yes.
I was like, is that even a thing anymore? My husband said yes. This gentleman did like wrestling, he is showing me. Because I was like, what are we sitting down to watch? I thought he was going to show me football or, something like that. Yeah, Karen, look at Karen Sue, WWE. I did not know that was still around, but apparently this gentleman liked to watch his wrestling. He is showing me towards the end of his life, he had to be on oxygen and he hated it. He drank his coffee black as death. That was his breakfast. He showed me that was his breakfast, was coffee. Nope, I have to have food. Sorry, I got to have food. He's also showing me, okay, we're going into the living room. Let's see what he is showing me. He's taking me into the living room. His chair was on the left. So we went into the living room. His chair was on the left, and no one else was sitting in that chair. And I can see when he was younger, not when he got older and he was a little bit more frail, and he does not like that I use that word. So he was just ill. I won't use the word frail. He would, if you sat in his chair, and people would sit in his chair, and it's like grandkids would sit in his chair just so he would sit on them and, tease him like, you're in my chair, I'm going to sit on you, I'm going to sit on you. And he would sit on them, and it would be this whole laughing, funny fest thing. He is showing me that, okay, he's showing me a riding lawnmower. What are you showing me about this riding lawnmower? He thought he was big time because he had this riding lawnmower. It's red. What is that, Craftsman? So he had a Craftsman lawnmower, and he is he's very proud of that. Like, he thought he was big time when he got this Craftsman lawnmower. Even had a cup holder. So his Craftsman lawnmower even had a cup holder. He's very proud of that because he put his little beer in that cup holder. It's the small things in life, people. All right. There is a J name around him. It's not. It doesn't feel like his name. I wanted to say Judy. Okay, so let me go back and recap this gentleman. This gentleman has a grandfather energy, but it feels like it's more on the dad's side. He was in the military, looks like Army, Vietnam, or Korea. Bailey on her birthday pointed out the candle and all. Oh, I don't remember that. Thank you, Shay. I love it when people come over here and tell things that I had said. Okay. He says, he's showing me, it was 4 years ago, he is showing me that he came back from Vietnam healthy. I mean, he was unharmed, but he did have some lasting effects from it on the inside. He had a really hard time breathing. He was on oxygen towards the end of his life. He drank his coffee black in his death, and that was the only thing he had for lunch, for breakfast, would be his coffee. He's also showing me when he liked wrestling. When he went into the living room, his chair was on the left, and that was his chair. It would be a joke, like some of the grandbabies would sit in the chair, and he would act like he was going to sit on them. It would be a big laugh fest over he was going to sit on them. He showed me this riding lawnmower. It's red, so it must be a Craftsman, and he's very proud of it. He thought he was just big time when he got this riding lawnmower, because he'd always had to have the push mower. And when I said, you had the push mower, and he said, and not even the self-propelled ones. And he really liked that this riding lawnmower had a cup holder in it that held his beer. He's very happy. Happy Friday, Brittany. There's also a J name around this gentleman. It's not his name. It feels like Jude or Judy. And he also sends, I'm not sure if it's a butterfly or a moth, but the white, it's either a white butterfly or a white moth as a sign of him. All right, who does this gentleman belong to? He just gave me a lot of information. He just kept rattling and rattling and rattling.
Brittany Fashion plus Lifestyle. So could be my grandfather's.
Okay, Miss Brittany, my moderator said you're claiming him.
There's two Brittany's. Everything
Brittany.
except for the chair because I was little.
Okay, Brittany Fashion.
Fashion plus
Fashion.
Lifestyle.
Okay, very good. Here we go, Miss Brittany. Hi, Brittany. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Where are you located?
I'm in California,
Very good. What part? North, south, mid?
South.
Yeah, I was feeling that. So you said everything fit except for the chair because you were too little when he passed?
Yeah, so I didn't know him very well because my dad's side I don't really have much to do with. But I do know that he was really involved with my mom and my dad and would come to visit us because he split his time from California and Pennsylvania.
Aw, very good. And he was in the service and all of that?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, so first thing, he was very calm while I was making sure that it fit. He's just standing there very calmly, like with his arms in front of him. And the second you stopped talking, he came to me, okay, let's go. Because he knew that I have to be happy and you have to be happy that we know who we have before he starts talking. So this gentleman was really sweet. A lot of people I don't think, got that about him, but he was a very, very sweet guy.
Yeah, he was sweet. He had this like hard exposure to him because of the military. So he was like very military when it came to like his demeanor, but with my mom and with me and my dad, because my dad was the oldest boy, like he was very gentle and kind and he didn't show that to everybody, but with us he did.
For sure. He's also saying, Brittany, now I don't know if you've seen me read a lot, but I don't let spirit step up and say, hey, tell them I'm proud. They have to give me why. So as he's talking, he's like, tell Brittany I'm so proud of her for following her dream. So there is something you've been wanting to do and you kept talking yourself out of it. And you've, in the last year, been really pushing your life towards that. Do you know what he's referencing?
There could be a few things.
Ah, Very good. Okay.
Yeah, there could be a few things.
You're saying it's something that you never thought you would be able to make a living at. You never thought that you would be able to get a leg up in that arena because it's such a competitive environment.
That makes sense. Okay.
And he's so proud of you for you just one day said, you know what, I'm going to try it anyway. And then you are having a tough time, but you're making headway. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, very good. So I was just like, does she need to do something different? How can she get a leg up? Are they stopping here? I'm sorry, we live in a little cul-de-sac, so there's a car going really slow in front of our house. So ask my moderator if they were stopping here. If someone's on our street, we're going to know your car if you
For
belong
sure.
here.
Yeah, no worries.
So he is showing me, you know,
Delivery?
I don't think I'm having a delivery. Oh, yeah, I am. I am having a delivery. I'm having groceries delivered. I am having a delivery.
Hey.
He is showing me that there is some ideas you've been wanting to try, but you're afraid to try them because you don't want them to look stupid. You want them to fail. And he is saying to try everything because you never know when one of those ideas is going to stick. Now, what is this idea?
I don't know
What is
exactly.
the arena that you're trying to make a headway in?
Maybe like a career change is what I'm thinking.
It is absolutely a career change. So what is it you're wanting to change to?
I was thinking maybe like going back into law, because right now my title is a chief of staff and I've been with my company for 5.5 years, but there's no growth for me there any longer. But I've been thinking,
Is the holdback money or is it time?
probably money. And I really need to be in a remote environment because I have some health issues going on. So
That's exactly, he was showing me you going to school on the computer.
Okay.
He's also showing me that there are some scholarships that you would be eligible for.
Interesting.
And he said, think outside the box, that where you have been thinking about going, like I would do a search, like a Google, who has law schools or law online. And when you're looking at the list, which one pops to you? That's how I teach people to kind of lean in and get information. So when you're looking at a list of words, which one kind of jumps off the page at you, or which one looks like it's bold? Start with that one.
So I'm wondering if he's telling me to go back to law school because I was in law school and I dropped out.
Probably. That would make sense. The
Yeah.
energy that he was talking about, that it was competitive. You didn't know, yes, that would fit
Okay.
perfectly.
And it's been on my mind lately. Like, do I want to go back? Do I want to try it again? Is it the right fit? But I'm also not super young. Like, I'm in my early 30s now. So I would be like an old law student. And I'm just worried that with my current health issues, if it's something that I would be able to do.
You would be able to.
Okay.
And I just would like to tell you that I know someone who is a lawyer and she went back later. She's been extremely successful. It just really changed the trajectory of her life.
Okay. That makes me feel good.
Thank you, Miss Brittany.
Thank you so much.
All right. For those of you who haven't, first of all, if you don't follow me, please click that follow button. I am having a free event tonight. It's the Divine Collective free event is what it's called. We're going to be talking about the things that we do in the Divine Collective, but it's a free event. So it's going to be on you have to register my website to get the Zoom link, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. You're really welcome, Brittany. And then click on events and then register. I am going to run and put away my groceries and get some rest before the event tonight. So I hope to see y'all there.